Hello? Anybody there? I hope you're all having a good day wherever you are in the world. It's morning here, Sunday morning to be exact, in the Philippines. I got my coffee ready to go. Still kind of early. Let's take a look at the house build. By the way, the plumber may show up while we're doing this video. He's doing a little sideline job for us. And I don't know what time he's going to start, but he did say he would be here today. What plumber do you know works on a Sunday? I have my doubts. Let me show you what's going on here. If you look up, you have a roof up. Roof panels have been installed along with the insulation. So we're moving right along. We also have some more finished columns. Take you around, I'll show you this. Wait, I hope I don't have an accident holding this phone and then trying to video all this. There you go, you have some finished work up there. Oh, it's looking kind of nice. I'm getting excited. They've corrected one of the outies up here for the through the wall air conditioner. So what we're doing up here is we're putting through the wall air conditioners, 3/4 horsepower, which should be just fine for these little rooms. But we had a debate about where to put them, and so they ended up here above the windows. These are standard windows right here that you get at the Home Depot. This one, we decided to eliminate the window. And so this was a little bit easier to figure out. That's a little bit higher than the center of that room right there. I suppose I could show you from the inside in a moment. Then we got the windows for the 2 wet rooms or CRs or bathrooms or toilets. Whatever you want to call them over there. So that's what it looks like. You got a nice little roof so people don't get wet. Let's go inside and check it out. Let's go this way. It's easier for me. The electricians were here and their helpers yesterday. I was kind of surprised. They all showed up in force, which is a really good thing. Wait. Oy. Where's my cat? I noticed today my cat is not following me around. The boy cat likes to hang around out here. You know, I was just thinking, I got to keep an eye on this rebar. I don't want it to walk away. Up on the porch, you'll see the porch is covered also. That's some pretty good work right there. We're going to have 3 exterior lights according to the plans. It's so nice in here. Maybe the insulation's already doing its job. I don't know. It seems rather cool. It's already heating up outside. All right, so here's how they do in the Philippines. See how they run this down here? They run the wires down here. Through the concrete. They tap, tap, tap it out. I'm not necessarily a fan of this method. But this was a hell of a lot easier than trying to explain to them how you put the conduit in the concrete hollow blocks before you pour. Or the concrete forms, I should say. That's what these are. This is hollow block right here, number 4 as we call it. That's over here. These make up the interior wall. The exterior walls, we use these concrete forms that worked out great. But you see, it would have taken me, I would say, a couple of weeks to convince them that all this needs to be run inside the concrete forms in advance. So I gave up. I tried to explain a couple of times and then I gave up. And I said, okay, let's do it the traditional Filipino way. Sometimes it's just easier to do it this way. I'm looking forward to figuring out how they're going to finish this, finish these walls. You can see they got the interior. I don't know if they finished the interior. I doubt it because that's above the roof line. They made a lot of progress. They made a lot of progress. Got some switches in there. It's looking really good. I'm getting excited seeing what I'm seeing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hello.
Hello. Morning.
How you doing up there? How are you today? They're doing some work over there in their house. So over here we got, you could see how they do. And we're using this flex stuff in a few places, and we're also using solid conduit in a few others. So in here, I think what we're going to do is, we were talking the other day about how we're doing this shower, right? And so in the Philippines, what you do is you only have to bib out one line. I was just thinking about this. I was talking to Minnie this morning. You see how they have a line coming up here for the shower? See how that's embedded in the concrete forms? That's kind of the way they should have done the electrical. And then I think it runs this way, so it's coming from the outside because all the exterior water lines, yeah, they're all going to be on the exterior of the house. So all we need to really do is bib this out. That's all we have to do. This way for water on that wet room or CR or toilet, whatever you want to call it, of course. And then over here, bib it here. And then they can continue on their journey doing the exterior or the interior walls. So for some reason they thought this was holding them up. This isn't holding them up. I don't believe it's holding them up. But we also have to have electricity or power running through here. And like I said, they'll get the concrete and they'll take it out using a little nail and a piece of wood. That's how they roll here in the Philippines. So that way the water is pushing against this interior wall, which will be tiled or sealed some other kind of way with water sealer and a few other things. So that's the plan. I wanted it over here, the water supply line. We're going to put the heaters about here a little bit further up the line. And then you're going to have a bib to grab a shower line. It's going to be a flexible shower line. You know, a handle, a phone handle like thing. And that's how you take your shower. I'll show you in a moment on the inside of the other house. Oh, I see the panel has been installed. Okay, you've got the panel installation already complete. I know they sent us to, I got to grab my coffee. Someone's missing their rubber boot. Let me know if you have any questions about how they're doing this. I'll be happy to answer them. I thought we were going to have to bring a line all the way up and bib it out up here about this level for the shower. But no, we don't. We bib it out here, and then you grab a bibbed line from like a water faucet type thing. Because down here, they're going to have a bucket for a taboo bucket. What do they call it? Taboo? No, taboo's something different. You have like I'll show you. I'll just take you on over into the other house and I'll show you. All right, let me take a look at this panel. So we had to go pick up the panel, or we had the panel, but we had to go get, I got to put my coffee down. I'm going to take a sip here. I don't want it to get cold. Yeah, I'm not the most organized person this morning. We had to go get the breakers. Oh, look at that. They got some breakers already installed. You know, this was interesting because the breakers really weren't that expensive when you compare it to the price of the box. So that's a phenomena that I simply don't understand here in the Philippines. I'm not sure why it works that way, but anyway, it is what it is. I was pleased because I was thinking to myself, oh, damn, I wasn't expecting to pay $1,000,000 out today. Oh, well, anyway, they're still working on that. But anyway, that's what the breaker box looks like. So you can see they're working on running the lights. Somebody asked me about this flex hose. Was it Mike? Yeah, I'm okay with it. I don't see the need really to go ahead and put solid conduit in there, you know, as opposed to this flex stuff, since they're covering it up in concrete here. They're just going to bury it. I just don't want to get shocked, you know. I'm sure there's going to be a grounding rod somewhere. They say it's grounded by the pole, which it goes into the ground several feet, and that acts as the grounding rod. And so I don't know. I'm kind of encouraging them to put a separate grounding rod in, just to make me happy. Now, this is interesting right here, you know, this rough end. I also wanted a couple of outlets there because I started thinking about it. Listen, remember what I was telling you? You can't have enough outlets. I'm just telling you that no one's going to make fun of you because you have too many outlets. They're going to make fun of you if you don't have enough. That's Dan's theory of construction. Construction Theory 101. All right, so I'm going to go in the house. I'll show you what I'm talking about as far as the shower goes. And then we'll wrap this bad boy up. What are they planning on barbecuing on that? Here's what I'm talking about. You just bib off a line from an apparatus like that. If you need to, you can put a bucket down here below. Then you come up yonder and hook everything up to this hot water on demand line, and then here's your shower right here. Hello?